All right, let's jump right in. We're about to tackle one of the biggest questions in AI. How do you actually take a brilliant machine learning model from a developer's laptop and get it into the real world, working automatically? Today, we're going to draw the map for that exact journey.
But first, I've got a little trivia for you. Have you ever wondered why almost 90%, a huge number, of machine learning models just never see the light of day? They never make it into a real product? What do you think is going on there?
Well, the answer is kind of simple, but also really frustrating. It's because getting from that piece of code to a live application it's a messy, complicated path filled with all these manual steps. People call this the AI production gap, and it's the exact problem we're going to solve with a slick, automated workflow.
So, how do we cross that gap? We definitely don't just try to wing it. No, we need a plan, a blueprint. We need an automated workflow map.
And this, right here, is our map for today's explainer. Think of it like a treasure map. It's an ML workflow, and each box is another step on our adventure. We're going to follow this path together, step by step, from the very beginning to the very end.
Every great journey starts somewhere, right? For us, that starting point is the most important ingredient of all, the day. So let's look at our map. Our very first stop is this step right at the top, pre-process data. You gotta believe me, this part is the foundation for absolutely everything that comes next. Okay, so what does pre-process data actually mean? The best way to get it is to think about a chef getting their ingredients ready, what they call mise en place. Right? Before you even think about cooking, you're washing, you're chopping, you're measuring everything out perfectly. Well, in AI, that's this step. It's where we clean up, format, and organize all of our raw data so it's in perfect shape for our model. You've heard the saying, garbage in, garbage out. Well, that's why this step is so critical. All right, our ingredients are prepped, they're perfect. Now it's time for the main event. It's time to actually cook. It's time to train our digital brain. So, back to our map. We just follow the arrow down to the next big stage, model training. This, my friends, is the real heart of the whole operation. Model training can sound a little technical. So let's try another analogy. I want you to picture our model as an elite athlete. That super clean data we just prepared, that's the athlete's specialized diet plan. And the training itself, that's the gym session. The model just crunches through the data again and again, learning patterns, getting stronger, and getting more accurate with every single rep. And what's so cool is that this gym session is all planned out in code. You can see it right here. We're setting these different parameters like epochs. You can literally think of an epoch as one set of reps in a workout. This tells the model exactly how it needs to train to get the absolute best result. Okay, so our athlete has been training hard, they look really strong, but are they actually ready for the big game? We have to test them. It is time for the final exam. If we look at our map, you'll see we've hit a really important decision point. After training, the path flows into model evaluation, and then to this fork in the road, the threshold evaluation check. This is our automated quality control checkpoint. So what is model evaluation? It's the final exam. That's it. We take our trained model and we test it on data it has never ever seen before. This isn't about more training. It's a pop quiz to see what it actually learned. We measure how well it does and see if it hits our passing grade, a score we call the threshold. And here's the thing. This is where the automation gets ruthless. In a good way. This quote really says it all. If the model fails this test, if it doesn't meet our standard, the entire workflow just fails. Automatically. There's no person in the loop to say, it's close enough. The system is a tough but fair gatekeeper. Only the best models get through. And you can see the result of that journey right here. On the left, that was our plan, our starting map. And on the right, a perfect run. Look at that. Every single step is green. That means our model trained hard, it passed its exam, and it followed the map flawlessly. Now, you're probably wondering what's making all this magic happen behind the scenes. Our map, the state machine, is the what.
But a tool like AWS CodePipeline, that's the how. It's like the project manager, or maybe even the conductor of an orchestra, pushing the process from one stage to the next, from source code to final approval, making sure the whole symphony plays in perfect time.
So we've just walked through a pretty complex professional workflow. But what's the big lesson here for you today? It all boils down to one thing: the power of consistency. Seriously, think about an elite athlete. They don't become champions by training like crazy for one day and then taking a month off, right? No way. They win because of that daily, consistent focus on their fitness, on their form. Well, learning a tough subject like AI is exactly the same. Mastery isn't going to come from one crazy all-nighter. It comes from focusing on and really getting one new concept at a time, day after day.
And today, you did exactly that. Take one more look at this completed map. Before we started, this might have looked kind of complicated, maybe even a little intimidating. But not anymore. Now you know the story it tells. You get pre-processing, you get model training, and you get evaluation. Each of these green boxes, one's a mystery, is now a familiar milestone on a journey you totally understand. That is the real power of consistent, focused learning.
Hurry, hurry!